Luka Doncic scores 45 in return game as Dallas Mavericks fall to Los Angeles Lakers. On April 9th, Luka Doncic made his much-awaited comeback to the American Airlines Center, home field of the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic did not let anybody down on a night filled with drama, passion, and top-tier basketball. He dispelled any remaining uncertainty about his reaction in his first game back against a team that drafted him by putting on an incredible 45-point performance that was both dominant and personal in the Lakers' 112-97 victory, his first time wearing a Lakers jersey inside the American Airlines Center. Luka Doncic drops 45 points in his return to the Dallas Mavericks American Airlines Center. It was immediately apparent that this was not your typical regular season matchup. Prior to tip-off, Luka Doncic gave a moving tribute video in which he was clearly moved. Just before entering the court, he was seen wiping away his tears. Torn between allegiance and nostalgia, the audience rallied behind their Mavericks and cheered every Doncic touch. Doncic scored 31 points in the first half alone, scorching his old squad. In addition to grabbing 8 rebounds, handing out 6 assists, and getting 4 steals, he completed the game with 45 points on 57.1% shooting, including a scorching 7 of 10 from three-point range. His plus 26 plus-minus was much more revealing. A decisive 14-1 Lakers run in the fourth quarter clinched the victory, even though the Mavericks were within striking distance for the most of the game. Fans sprang up in applause when Doncic made a step-back 3. A fan base still grieving the vacuum he left behind gave him a rare standing ovation as he checked out for the last time. LeBron James made sure the Lakers didn't depend entirely on their new star despite Doncic's dominance. The King led the Lakers through the second half with clutch baskets, finishing with 27 points and 7 rebounds. With his 15 points, Rui Hachimura gave the team much-needed off-wing balance. Anthony Davis had a mixed performance on the opposing side of the ball. He finished with a double-double of 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, but his poor shooting performance, 5 for 13 from the field, and 10 plus-minus gave the impression that he was inconsistent. He continued to play defense, particularly on the glass. Davis struggled to establish the rhythm his team needed, going just 3 out of 5 from the free throw line and committing 4 turnovers. Additionally, read, "It's going to be a lot of emotions," is how LeBron James describes Luka Doncic's emotional return home during the Los Angeles Lakers versus Dallas Mavericks game. Chants of "Fire Nico" at general manager Nico Harrison echoed around the stadium as the Mavericks' record fell to 38-42, 0-2 against the Lakers since the blockbuster deal. Fans' annoyance at seeing their franchise's mainstay light them up in a different outfit was reflected in it. Get the most recent IPL 2025 news on Times of India, including CSK, MI, RCB, KKR, SRH, LSG, DC, GT, PBKS, and RR match schedules, team rosters, and IPL live scores. Take note of the players vying for the IPL orange and purple caps. Leadership strategies in a world of uncertainty. The 2025 Leadership Summit of the SDA Bocconi Asia Center examined creativity and adaptability in the face of economic, technological, and geopolitical upheavals. Leadership in today's dynamic environment involves more than simply having a clear vision. It also involves managing ambiguity, adjusting to disruptions, and turning obstacles into opportunities. Modern executives must embrace agility and innovations to be competitive as sectors undergo rapid transformation due to geopolitical tensions, technology advancements, and economic uncertainty. Global thought leaders, decision-makers, and business professionals gathered in Mumbai for the SDA Bocconi Asia Center's Leadership Summit 2025 to discuss resilience and sustainable growth tactics. The Asia Center, a division of the esteemed SDA Bocconi School of Management, is dedicated to promoting dialogues that prepare next leaders to address global issues with strategic vision and flexibility. Redefining leadership in a shifting world. The conference began with an engaging speech by Alessandro Giuliani, president of the Indo-Italian Chamber of Commerce and managing director of the SDA Bocconi Asia Center. At SDA Bocconi Asia Center, we consider that leadership is about overcoming global issues with endurance, adaptation, and critical thinking. It's not simply about academic success. We must acknowledge that companies today must rethink their strategy in the face of altering power dynamics as we convene for this leadership summit on geopolitical uncertainty. But honesty, teamwork, and social responsibility are more important for leadership than knowledge. Our objective is to mold the personalities of the next generation of leaders so they have the self-assurance and mission to make a significant difference in an uncertain world. In his comments, Giuliani underlined that modern leadership needs a thorough comprehension of global threats as well as a dedication to developing long-term, responsible solutions. Additionally, he emphasized the value of lifelong learning as the cornerstone of resilience in a changing world. Keynote and fireside chat. Strategic adaptability is key. An important keynote presentation on the difficult balance between diplomatic ties and commercial interests was given by Siddharth Sinha, a former advisor to India's G20 Sherpa. We were able to see obstacles as opportunities, promote discussions and agreement around green development and digital public infrastructure, and establish ourselves as the voice of the Global South, which is one of the reasons why G20 was so successful for India. He said, "It was a historic presidency, a people's presidency." His observations served as the backdrop for the fireside talk that followed, which was led by Professor Shibani Belwakar and included Indian Administrative Services (IS) employee Aman Mittal. Mittal underlined that in order to promote sustainable economic development, private businesses and government policies must work together. India is among the most vulnerable countries to climate change, while having one of the lowest per capita emissions in the world. However, we also have the best chance to industrialize in a sustainable manner and without having to choose a carbon-intensive path. To create a sustainable future, we now have AI, green hydrogen, solar power, and sophisticated batteries. Maharashtra Institution for Transformation, Mitra, Joint CEO Aman Mittal, IS. The following options are open to people who are eager to embrace innovation, according to Dr. Shibani Belwakar, Director of Executive Education at SDA Bakoni Asia Center. India's future will be shaped by those who embrace innovation, harness intelligent solutions, and invest in transformative technologies that drive sustainability, energy efficiency, and smarter systems. Limitless opportunities for young entrepreneurs to lead, disrupt, and shape a more resilient and prosperous world. The discussion emphasized the need for policy frameworks to keep pace with technology developments in order to build a resilient and sustainable future.